Coming up, the rich want you to tax the rich. Society is better than you think and increasing cancer survival rates. Welcome to Total Nileation, the podcast that brings you all of the nice, good stories that you should be getting, but for some reason are not. I am Niall Segay, aka Optimist Prime. Welcome to the treehouse. I didn't say that last episode. Welcome to the treehouse. Please pull up a cushion, do a few rails of cocaine. If you're into that, I'm all about harm reduction in this treehouse. Guys, how are you? How have you been? I hope you're doing well. I don't have much of a catch up for you. I can't lie because, again, I bundle the episodes. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you will probably notice that I don't have the sweater anymore because I was getting a little toasty. I was going to get like another shirt just to mix it up for you, but I feel like that's a next episode thing. That's an episode like 37 thing. So tuck in for that. Yeah. I don't know what else to tell you because, again, no time has passed. I am bundling these episodes because this is my life now. But ideally, in sometime this year, um, if everything falls into place, I'm gonna have like a proper, well, not this isn't a proper podcast, but you know what I mean. Gonna have a different kind of podcast where I will have guests on. My primary partner has already generously offered up a space where I could record. Now I just got to figure out what's the show. What is the show? If you have any recommendations for what the show could be, go ahead. Email me, totalnihilation@gmail.com. But until that time, guys, here for you now, the top good news stories from our home office in where? Finger, Manitoba. Number 9, a 2023 study covering over 60 countries found that while 84% of people believe morality is declining, objective data shows that everyday acts of kindness, respect, altruism have remained remarkably stable for decades. Now, I'm going to assume that 2023 is when it started, and they released the results now. I probably should have done a deep dive on this when I was doing the research, but I didn't, so here we are. Um, Also, if you notice, it's that number. There's that it's that 80-20 rule, man. I think there's something there, guys. I think there's something there. Um, okay, let's move on. Research involving 32,000 people across 49 cultural groups reveals that honesty, loyalty, and helpfulness, I almost said helplessness, are consistently ranked as the most important values, far outstripping the desire for power or wealth. In real world conflict scenarios recorded by CCTV, bystanders intervened to help in 90% of cases, a statistic that remained consistent across diverse nations like South Africa, the Netherlands, and the UK, and probably wherever you are right now. I don't give a fuck if you're like, yeah, but I'm in Detroit. Fuck you. Detroiters would do the same thing. I know. No, we're different. It's always different here. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so salty. A massive global lost wallet experiment found that people are actually more likely to return a wallet when it contains a larger amount of cash, suggesting a deep-seated concern for the harm caused to others. Remember that George guy? That George guy from I can't remember. Guy who owned a company and he sent $1 out or like $20 in today's money to just random people and said, if you send this back to me, I will donate it. And if you send it back to me with some extra cash, I will also donate that. 80-20. That was around 80% returned. Despite political polarization, studies show that the core personal values of opposing groups, such as Democrats and Republicans, Leave and Remain in the UK, are nearly identical. Psychological research indicates that humans are conditionally cooperative, with a natural tendency to help strangers even when there is no expectation of future reward. And you know I'm right. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. And if you're sitting there thinking, no, he's not, you might be a troubled person. Long-term data suggests that Americans have actually become slightly more cooperative with strangers since the 1950s, contradicting popular society in decline narratives. Experiments have shown that correcting misperceptions about others' values, pardon me, makes people more hopeful, more trusting, and more likely to volunteer in their communities. So tell everybody, for the love of God, tell everybody. And if you meet someone who doubts you, send them my way. This is what I'm doing in 2026. Give me all of your smoke. All of you little pessimistic little bitches. All of you like negative, like, oh, I can find the cloud in this silver lining. Fucking come find me. Come find me on Substack, on socials, on this podcast, in my comments. Bring it. I will bury you. I will bury you with good news, but I will bury you. We are wired for cooperation. That was a weird turn. We are wired for cooperation. So when you hear some moron going off about how we're naturally murderers, um, then ask why he hasn't been murdered. All right. That wasn't quite. I should have just let that go, right? That was like, I had it, and then maybe I'll cut that moment. Number 8. Nearly 400 millionaires and billionaires from 24 countries signed an open letter titled Time to Win, which called on world leaders at the 2026 Davos Summit to implement higher taxes on the super rich. High profile signatories included actor Mark Ruffalo, musician Brian Eno, and philanthropist Abigail Disney, alongside other business leaders and inheritors. A massive poll of 3,900 millionaires in G20 countries revealed that 77% believe the super rich use their wealth to buy political influence, and the other 23% are morons, or they're buying political influence. 62% of millionaires surveyed expressed concern that extreme wealth concentration is a direct threat to democracy itself. Public sentiment among the wealthy is shifting. 2/3 of those surveyed support higher taxes on the super rich to fund public services, while only 17% remain opposed. I mean, yeah, so even the rich don't like the rich. Um, what's crazy is that, like, I don't know, it's not even that big a deal. Like, they're saying taxes at a higher rate. So what? Taxes at like from 5% to 6%. At least tax the ones that want to be taxed. Can't they donate the money? I feel like they're overcomplicating this. You know what? I'm starting to wonder about this story. Someone called Mark Ruffalo. Tell him to get on the podcast. I have questions. Also, Time to Win is a dumb name. They should have gone with something like Tax Me Daddy. We'll pay taxes for food. Tax of the millionaires, you know? If you have any pitches, go ahead. Email me, totalannihilation@gmail.com. Number 7. Despite a shifting political landscape, the fundamental economics of clean energy have created uh, a multi-speed transition that continues to accelerate in key sectors. Global solar and wind installations have reached an all-time high of 800 gigawatts in 2025, a tripling of annual deployments since 2021. 4.5 terawatts of new capacity is expected over the next 5 years, a 67% increase over the previous period, regardless of which orange is in power. While U.S. federal policy has moved away from climate mandates, the U.S. is still projected to install 336 gigawatts of wind, solar, and storage between 2026 and 2030. Global energy storage installations are expected to exceed 100 gigawatts in 2026 for the first time. The cost of storage equipment has plummeted to $117 per kilowatt hour, less than a third of its price 3 years ago. Electric vehicles now account for 25% of global car sales. In China, the runaway leader, EVs have already surpassed a 50% market share. I'm so jealous. I just want a electric car, driven by the fact that upfront purchase prices for EVs are now lower than internal combustion engine vehicles. Give me my Chinese car. China's rapid EV adoption has caused its domestic oil demands to hit a permanent peak. With its massive renewable sector, the country is now on the verge of peaking its coal consumption and overall emissions. While sectors like shipping and aviation are scaling slower, global carbon capture capacity is projected to increase fourfold by 2030, exceeding 200 million metric tons per year. Clean hydrogen production is also expected to see a six-fold jump over the next 5 years. So this is how fast we can drive with the parking brake on, by the way. Let's not forget that. But also, I've said it before, I will say it again. I'll go on record. I think we're going to overshoot all of that. I think we're going to overshoot every prediction that I just read off there. I would also add, I don't even think there was a mention of nuclear fusion in there, was there? And that's supposed to be commercially available in the 2040s, which, come on, 2030s probably, right? Guys, I don't see how the exponential growth does not continue. The exponential speed doesn't continue. And I know that's a thing. If you're in the loop, you're probably concerned more about shipping and aviation because those are the kind of the big dogs when it comes to transport and emissions. But why would that be the exception? Because as much as we hate capitalism, there's so much money available that, yeah, someone's going to get a team on that. Number 5. In a landmark global study, a revolutionary microchip implant successfully restored functional sight to 84% of participants who were previously blind due to untreatable macular degeneration. The breakthrough technology allows patients to read books, do crosswords, and recognize letters, tasks that were previously impossible for those with this leading cause of blindness. Impossible has been a recurring theme for the past 2 episodes. Have you noticed that? This was politically impossible. This was medically impossible. Just say, maybe remember that impossible isn't permanent. Boom. Oh, there's a t-shirt, right? The system utilizes a tiny wireless chip inserted under the retina that works in tandem with video recording glasses and a pocket computer to beam visual signals directly to the brain. Participants reported life-changing results, with many able to read an average of 5 additional lines on a standard eye chart, effectively entering a new era of artificial vision. Following the success of this multi-country trial, the device is now moving toward commercial availability, offering hope to some 5 million people worldwide suffering from similar vision loss. This is insane. I mean, that's an insane thing I just read, right? Listen, if you were born before 2000, that is an insane brain-breaking story that I just, like, how does that even work? Like, I understand. I read it. They put a chip under your boot. Like, how? How does a machine speak brain? Those are all very scientific terms, right? Um, how does that happen? I kind of want to look it up, but then another part of me thinks that if I look it up, it will break how I see the world and reality, and it'll be, we're gonna need a chip to fix the damage that chip just did. Does that make sense? Are you with me? How? Also, I mean, okay. I know it's way too early to be bitchy and have notes. But I'm just saying, like, if this ever happens to me and you put a chip in there, I want more than 5 lines, bro. I've had shitty vision since grade 2. All right? I want to be able to read like a sparrow's t-shirt from 2 miles away. I don't know why the sparrow's wearing a t-shirt, but you know what I mean. Number 4. Stingless bees in the Peruvian Amazon have become the first insect in history to be granted legal rights, establishing a revolutionary precedent for global conservation. Passed in late 2025 by the municipalities of Setipo and Nauta, these ordinances recognize the bees as rights-bearing subjects with the inherent right to exist, flourish, and maintain healthy populations. These native bees are essential to rainforests, responsible for pollinating more than 80% of Amazonian flora, including vital crops like cacao, coffee, and avocados. Which, by the way, how badass are these fucking bees that you can live in the Amazon? Man, it's not bee friendly. It's not human friendly either. The new legal status empowers humans to file lawsuits on behalf of bees, ensuring they can be legally represented in their habitats, if their habitats, are threatened by pollution or deforestation. Supporters hope this milestone will serve as a catalyst for similar protections worldwide, with a global petition already amassing over 388,000, signatures to expand these rights nationwide. It's bewild.org if you're looking to sign the BEEWILD.org. I think it was still at around, I think it was like at 390 something when I signed, but we'll see. I mean, by the time you listen to this, hopefully it'll be at 400,000. Tell people, man, get it out there. I like this because obviously it's a double win. It protects the environment. It sets an amazing precedent. I know this seems like nothing, but I'm sure if you're a legal nerd, you can probably let me know if I'm wrong on this, but legal precedent is it's all these tiny little steps. So a legal precedent here can lead to a legal precedent somewhere else, is my point. And also there's there's a chance that someday some huge ass corporation loses a lawsuit to bees, and I'm here for it. I want to live in that world. I want to see it happen. I want Amazon, no pun intended, but I think that'd be good synchronicity. I want Amazon to lose a lawsuit, a $1 trillion lawsuit to bees. No, to one bee in particular. Number 3, Donut Lab, that's the name of it, has debuted the world's first production-ready all-solid-state battery at CES 2026, marking a major milestone by moving the technology from the laboratory to the open road. The battery features a remarkable energy density, enabling significantly longer ranges and lighter vehicle designs compared to traditional lithium-ion technology. The breakthrough design supports ultra-fast charging, achieving a full charge in just 5 minutes without the usual limitations or safety risks associated with liquid electrolytes. And also, in a related story, there were safety risks. Now, I'm not as gung-ho for an EV, I'll tell you that. Engineered for extreme durability, these cells are rated for a design life of up to 100,000 cycles, offering longevity that could essentially last the entire lifetime of the vehicle. The technology is making its commercial debut in Verge Motorcycles 2026 lineup, with the first customer deliveries of these solid-state powered bikes scheduled to begin in Q1 of 2026, which I think is now. Correct me if I'm wrong, finance nerds. Beyond performance, the battery is manufactured using abundant geopolitically safe materials, and the company aims for it to be more cost-effective than conventional EV batteries. I like that we're already working on cleaning up renewable energy. Like look at us go. That being said, I'm sure there's a scientific reason for why we started with motorcycles. Like maybe they're smaller. So I started that sentence. I didn't know where it was going. I have no idea why you would start with motorcycles and not just cars. But fingers crossed for Q2, I guess. Right? I don't know. Number 2. For the first time, the 5-year relative survival rate for all cancers combined in the U.S. has reached a milestone of 70%, a significant jump from 49% in the mid-1970s. The most dramatic survival gains have occurred in historically fatal and advanced stage cancers. The survival rates for metastatic, cancers doubling from 17% to 35% since the mid-1990s. Specific high mortality cancers have seen transformative progress. Myeloma survival rose from 32% to 62%. Liver cancer from 7% to 22%, and lung cancer from 15% to 28% in the last 3 decades. Research-driven advances have averted an estimated 4.8 million deaths since the peak of cancer mortality in 1991, with the overall death rate dropping by 34% through 2023. So this has turned a once terminal diagnosis into manageable chronic diseases with the highest contemporary survival rates found in thyroid, 98%, prostate, 98%, and testicular cancers, 95%. So get yourself checked out, guys. Now you got no excuse. Jesus. Uh, I, uh, I really, again, I think I mentioned this last episode. If you could figure out a way to get people to appreciate this, this is huge. We can never detect or appreciate what didn't happen, right? Like if 4.8 million people died, that would land hard and we would all need to go and take a knee somewhere. But 4.8 million people did not die, which like just the spider, like the shockwave effect, the ripple effect of 4.8 million extra humans on the planet, probably incalculable. Um, but we can't, just doesn't land. Um, so it drives me kind of nuts. And if you have an idea on how I can make the good news land, please let me know. Number one, I really like this one. Again, I like all the stories, but I like this one. Congrats to India. Since 2015, India, the world's most populous country, has cut malaria incidences by 80%. Fucking hell. Like, that's so many people. Tuberculosis by 21%, and maternal mortality from 130 per 100,000 live births to 88 per 100,000 live births, which I know you're thinking that's still a lot of people, but like 50, what is it? 52 people saved? Also a lot of people. India has achieved a historic, if you're a nerd, public health milestone with steep declines in malaria, tuberculosis, and maternal and infant mortality, signaling a decisive victory in its disease control efforts. Malaria-related deaths. All right, I already said that. I don't know why I'm doubling up, guys. Progress against tuberculosis has outpaced the rest of the world with a 21% decline in incidences since 2015. And this is nearly double the global average rate of decline. Since 2014, infant mortality dropped from 39 per thousand births to 27 per thousand births. India is leading the global fight against HIV, reporting a remarkable 84% decline in mother-to-child transmission between 2010 and 2024, significantly higher than the global reduction average of 56.5%. These achievements are credited to, apologies in advance, Jan Bhagidari, people's participation, and institutional strength supported by a near tenfold increase in government funding for health programs over the past 9 years. Congrats to India. Not only huge milestone, but sets a precedent, because here's the thing. India does this for, I don't know, 1 billion people? How many people in India? Like a lot? I don't want to hear from my government about how they can't afford this or that health benefit. I don't want to hear from you, bro. I don't want to hear. How is India doing it? How is India? Go over there again. Just go over there with your little fucking notepad. Just get on a Zoom, be like, hey, buddy, what do you guys, what's going on over there? Just figure out how they do it, man. Figure it out. Nearly 1 billion people. Just fucking, I don't know. Tax a billionaire and give me some more doctors, for the love of God. Point is, it's doable. It's doable. And I like to hope that maybe someone here is going to get inspired. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. And they'll be like, you know what? If they can do it, we can do it. Guys, I hope you're ready, because now it's time for 25 seconds of good news. I know the last time I felt very confident, and I got 4, which is not great. I don't know how I feel this time. A little scared, if I'm being honest. But let's see. Feel that breath? Feel that centering breath? I gotta take another one now because I just stopped. I exhaled a bit to tell you about the centering breath. Age-adjusted prevalence of dementia in the U.S. has dropped 67%. The global under-5 mortality rate has dropped 50% since 1990. Researchers discovered a new class of antibiotics that can beat drug-resistant bacteria. Finland has almost coal-free 4 years ahead of schedule. Uruguay has slashed oil imports from 50% in 2008 to 9% today while building one of the world's cleanest electricity grids. The Thames River is now one of the cleanest rivers after having... Cock! Son of a... One of the cleanest rivers after having been declared biologically dead 60 years ago. Did you feel, you tell me, did you feel the sort of like me getting ahead of myself on that one? Cause like, by number 4, I was like, I'm on a groove. This is it. Like I burned through numbers 1 through 4 at a really good pace. And I think I might be able to do it, but this is like, yeah, anyways, so that's what happened. 6 is still the record and it's still holding. And guys, that is the episode. Again, thank you so much for listening. If you have not already, please rate and review. If you are watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. I have a Substack. If you like the way my brain works, you will love what I put up there. Substack.com/total Nileation or @total Nileation. I talk about stuff like, the Fermi paradox and how aliens are not actually coming to kill us. I stand by my reasoning. Give it a read and let me know if I'm wrong. You can follow me at Niall Segay on all socials. And again, this show exists because of people like you who support it. So if you enjoyed any part of this and you're just filled with cash, or even if you're not, go to buymeacoffee.com/total Nileation and feel free to throw me some cash. You'll feel good about yourself, and I will spend it on cocaine. By the way, give me a cocaine amount of money. If you have any questions, comments, totalnihilation@gmail.com. And again, I'm doing an audience suggestion episode as soon as I have enough good news stories from audience members, so feel free to send me an email. And by the time this comes out, I do believe there will still be time. So I will be doing the Stratford Pride Festival, March 6th. If you are in Stratford, Ontario, feel free to come out in every sense of the word. And that is it. Until next time, everyone, if you cannot be a shining example, be a terrifying warning. Let's get it on 3. 1, 2, 3.